right? So I like to say Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaQuadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work and truth and sincerity. So I want to go into the book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in a time of trouble." And that right there is a time where you wanna get up and you wanna go, or in a sense, or in other words, you wanna quit because things getting too difficult. It's getting too hard. Oh, I've been catching this hell for so long. When and I'm gonna be able to actually, receive something. I've been catching hell for so long. When I'm gonna actually receive something. But when you really look at it, you have received something. You received the truth. That's what you have received. You have the truth. You have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You have the word that teaches you how to walk in this thing, how to be, how to deal. You have something that the majority of the world don't have. You have knowledge. You have prophecy. You have something that right there made me feel a type of way. You have something that the world don't have. Right? We talking about there's billions of people on the earth, and the Lord have chosen a particular amount of people, being Israelites, so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to receive this word, to open up their spirit to receive this word. Now you know how to walk in this thing, man. And your walk in this thing isn't going to be 100% to perfection. Because as I said in the last video, the Lord is going to show you a lot of your flaws. Even when you in the truth, even when you are among other Akim, the Lord is showing a lot of your flaws. Flaws that he might even have to sit you to the side for a while so you could realize these flaws and work on, man. So this thing isn't going to be it's not going to be easy, man. But the beautiful thing is though you might not have a lot of money, right? You might not have a lot of money. You might not have a lot of gear, meaning clothes and shoes and looking good and getting all the women. But you have the word, man. Again, you have something that the world don't have. The Lord have gifted you with the word. We got the word. We got the word. We have the knowledge. We have the truth. And you have to have the mentality to be willing to sacrifice whatever means necessary to do what the Lord requires you to do. We know how to walk in a wicked world, man. We know how to walk in a wicked world. This world is full of wickedness, man. Right? The people that we know in the world are adulterers, fornicators, blasphemers, covetous, drunkard, revilers. We see these things and we seek to be different because it's in our spirit to be different. So when you think you're not receiving anything, you have received something. You have received the spirit of the word of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. That's the greatest riches you could ever have. This wisdom is better than rubies, man. It's better than gold and silver. You have this knowledge. Now use it. Use it. Use what the Lord have given you. Even when you're going through hardships, you're going through hard times, or you feel like you're the enemy of the state. Correct your flaws and keep pushing the word, man. This ain't a time for you to buckle up. This ain't a time for you to go in a damn corner and get in a fetal fucking position and give up, man. This isn't the time for you. And I'm going to be honest, I felt that way, man. I felt that way recently, man. I felt like going in a fucking corner, getting in a fetal position and saying, fuck it all, man. I'm done. I felt that way just recently. Getting in a damn fetal position, going in the corner and saying I'm finished. And I'm not talking about literally going in a corner and getting into the fetal position. I'm saying I felt like giving up, man. I felt like I was done, man. I felt like that was no more for me to do in this truth. No more for me to do. But there is more for me to do. And that's to hang in there and keep teaching. And keep pushing. And keep going. You can't give up now. We're at the home stretch. And then you give up at the moment where the Lord is bringing this place down. You see all this shit happening in the world, and excuse my French, you see all these things that's happening in the world, and then you give up because you're going through some things, man. Remember, we're always being tested. The Lord is always testing us mentally, physically, spiritually, see where we at. See if we gonna give up. I'm going to throw this at him. Financial problems. I'm going to throw this at him. Maybe his woman. I'm going to have his woman be a demon on him. I'm going to see what he do next. I'm going to put you through this in the camp. And then I might have you sit out for a while. I want to see what you do next. And then guess what? You go, I give up. I'm done. Nah, man. We got to keep pushing, bro. All those things that we see, we got to keep pushing. We got to say, hey, look, hey, Yahweh Shah. Salakia. We got to say, hey, look, Yahweh Shah. I'm going to keep going, man. I'm going to keep pushing. Keep the spirit on me to keep going. Keep the spirit on me to keep pushing. Don't stop me from doing what I have to do for you. The scripture says constantly endure. And what I said in the last video, you're going to take more L's than you do W's. Beautiful. You got to stay in this thing. You got to keep pushing, man. You can't expect to walk this walk and nothing happens to you. Some men have to be tested in different ways. Some men got to go through hell maybe a little differently than another man. Just because you don't see that brother catching it don't mean that the Lord ain't gonna put it on your ass. And you don't know what another brother is really going through, man. But you need to keep your head in the game, man. You need to keep your head and pushing and going. Don't give up, man. All this shit in the world don't mean nothing, man. Everything that you see in the world is about to be done away with. This shit is about to be done away with. Why would you give up on a home stretch? And I'm telling you, I was going through that just recently, man. I was about to give the hell up, man. Like, F all this, man. I'm done. I felt like I kept giving and giving and giving, but never receiving. Finding myself in predicaments and thinking like, damn, how did I get in this predicament? Why am I in this situation? What's going on? What's happening? That's the hell the Lord putting on you, man. That's the Lord testing you. That's the Lord seeing where you gonna be at. You gonna go back in the world? I'm putting this hell on you. You gonna go back in the world? Yeah, I want to see what you do. I want to see where your integrity is at. I'm gonna throw this at you. I'm gonna put this on you. I want to see where you gonna land now. I want to see what you gonna do. Let's see if you go back in the world. Oh, yeah, I can't take this no more. I'm going back. I'm done. It's easier if I go back in the world because I ain't got to worry about nothing. I just work, get my paycheck, pay my bills, and that's it. I don't have to keep the laws no more. I don't have to walk in righteousness no more. I can start doing what my woman want me to do. I can start putting 100% into my job. I'm done. I'm through. I'm finished. You can't have a mindset like that, man. This world is about to pass away. It's about to go. And if you don't see that, you are truly blinded, man. I watch news articles. I got brothers sending me all kind of videos and clips on bills being passed, on people not being able to afford the cost of living, people struggling, rumors of a revolution that's going to happen soon. And then with all these things happening, you finally say, I'm done. I'm going back into the world because I went through this. I went through that. I feel betrayed. I feel like everybody's against me. That's the hell you got to go through. That's what the Lord is putting you through to see what your next move gonna be. Was not Abraham's faith being tested? Was not Job's faith being tested? Look what Job, man, hey man, that's something I'm gonna say, man. And you could take it however you want to take it. But you ain't fucking telling me you went through the shit that Job went through, man. You ain't telling me you went through the shit that Job went through. Job wasn't out there prophesying. Job wasn't out there telling Israel if they didn't get right, they was going to do this and do that and this was going to happen. Job wasn't doing that. But the Lord put hell on Job because he was a righteous man. Job lost his family. Job lost his family. He lost riches. He got boils. He was going through it. That man was suffering, man. That man caught hell. You want to know, man, that man caught hell. Job caught hell. And he still kept his faith. He's still pushing it. And the Lord gave him 10 times more than he ever had, man. Brothers go through something in the camp. Oh, man, and then you go back in the world. You ain't catching hell like Job, man. Hey, what did he say? He said, buckle the fuck up and keep pushing it, man. Buckle the fuck up and keep going, man. Buckle the fuck up and keep going, man. And again, excuse my French, but buckle the fuck up and keep going, man. Keep pushing. So again, Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. This is something you know. This is something you have to know. You have to start preparing yourself to catch L's in this thing. You got to prepare yourself to take these losses. And move the fuck on, man. Gird up your loins like a man and move on. Keep pushing the word, man. You're going to have your down and out days. You're not going to be, look, man, I'm going to just tell you this, man. You're not going to be 100% on fire every day. You're not, man. We're weak in this flesh, man. But we strive and we do the best we can for Yahweh Shah. That's more than what any of these niggas in the world can say. We strive to do what we can for the Lord, man. Go knock on your next door neighbor door if he an Israelite and ask that nigga he making videos. Ask that nigga he doing the work of the Lord. No, because the Lord have men set out that he's going to have do his work. You doing what you have to do for the Lord, man. So remember, it's not going to be an easy task. And believe me, man, the Lord is going to show you your faults in his truth, man. And you have to fix those faults. Your greatest weaknesses going to be your greatest strengths. If you got anger issues, the Lord gonna make it to where you're gonna become one of the most calmest dudes. If you don't know how to listen, the Lord gonna make it to where you're gonna be one of the best listener, the best listener there is. The Lord is going to make your weaknesses and your faults your strengths. Beautiful. Because it's also a thing of working on yourself, man. And building yourself to be better. And it could take time. Because like I always say, you have been in the world longer than you have been in the truth. So it's easier for you to go back in the world than it is for you to stay in the truth. When you look at somebody that's building something, right? It takes time for whatever they building to be built. They're not going to take something and build that shit in seconds. Nobody in this world is fucking Superman. You're not Superman. You're not going to be able to build and or read a book in seconds, man. It takes time. You got to get measurements. You got to get something to cut it just perfectly to where it needs to be cut. You got to shape it right. And sometimes that could take time to do it. So think about that's what's happening to you. So when you get into this truth, don't think this off the beat drop, you going to be, don't think off the beat drop, you going to be chiseled perfectly. You still being chiseled, man. There's still blocks of shit that got to be knocked off you, man. Blocks of things that got to be knocked off. So in the process of that, you're going to catch hell, man. Find out where your weaknesses are and turn those weaknesses into strengths. If you're a person that don't like listening to other people, turn that weakness into a strength and start listening. If you're a person with anger problems, turn that weakness into a strength and be slow to anger. Turn your weaknesses into strengths. And the Lord gonna keep chiseling away at your ass. So it says, Sirach 2:2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in a time of trouble. So don't make haste in a time of trouble. Oh man, I'm catching L's and I'm going through this and I'm going through that. And the first thing you want to do is you want to just put it all to a stop. You want to just say, F it, I'm done. When you do that, if you do that, you're not a man, bro. You might be a man biology. You might be a man according to biology, according to your anatomy, but you're not a man mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because you quit, man. You gave up. You said, F it, I'm done. Because you were catching that hell. And quitting and giving up makes you feel even worse. It makes you feel worse. You don't feel better. Your ass will probably be sitting in your head, sitting in your room with your hands on your head. In the shower, your ass is probably in the shower, right? Thinking about how much you quit all the damn time. Or sitting in your damn car like, damn. Because quitting just made you less of a man. And as men, we know we have to push through shit. So it says, verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So when you going through shit, you pray. Pray to the Most High and come closer to him. Pray. Throw up a prayer. Ask the Lord to give you the strength to endure even more. Don't ask for more hell, but endure the hell that he's having you walk through. Pray to the Lord to endure. Ask the Lord to give you strength and keep pushing. No matter what you're going through. What if it's with your woman or used to be your woman, or with your dad or mom or brothers and sisters or friends or jobs. Ask the Lord to give you the strength to keep pushing through it, man. You might lose those things anyway. But ask the Lord to give you the spirit to keep pushing even if you do lose those things. Fuck him, man. Fuck all that shit, man. Fuck it. Who cares? If they not with you, they are against you. If they not willing to get themselves together and walk in the ways that you are walking in for Yahweh Yahushua, hey, again, excuse my French, fuck them. There ain't nothing you can do about it. The Lord chosen you for this thing, man. And keep walking. Keep going. Don't stop. A brother just recently told me, man. He's like, hey, brother, man, don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep going. He gave me the strength to keep going. Because, again, I wanted to give up. I wanted to say F it. I wanted to go in that corner in the fetal position and say forget about it all. But that brother said, no, man, keep pushing. Keep going. We at the home stretch. Remember that, man. So Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Whatsoever. That could be many things. Don't think that, there's only certain type of situations you're going to get into. There's many things that you can go through, when there's many things you can go through in this world, man. Whether it's financial situations, whether if it's dealing with the cops, your job, your woman, your anything, your car, anything. The Lord said, what did he say? Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. You got to be patient, man. You got to be patient. You got to say, hey, man, hey, the Lord put me through it right now, but Lord willing, he get me through it, and he put me in a better position. Right? So this is something that you have to endure and be prepared for. Is to catch hell. But endure it, man. The Lord put the spirit on you to get through it. But I'm going to end it from there and say Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.